Hello everybody, welcome to week number 9 of HRD 631, the Adult Learner. We're making tremendous progress in this class, and we certainly now are in the second half where sometimes it feels like we start accelerating some of the materials, but in certain ways we dial it back because it's an opportunity for everybody to actually take some time, reflect on what we've been doing, and also prepare for two of the assignments that we have coming up, and I'll explain what I mean by that. So let's get through the nuts and the bolts. This week is week number 9. We have cognitive development in adulthood, meaning we have chapter 13. We also have an electronic reserve article on Perry's scheme, have a YouTube video, and then due soon, November 8th, so that's not the upcoming weekend, but the following week after that, the exploration project, the annotated bib, and the learning organizer. So some important information on these and also the exploration projects. Originally in the schedule, I said that we were going to be presenting in weeks number 11 through 14. Due to the class size, we have 10 people in the class, and how the assignment due date for the learning organizer and annotated bib were due right basically at the beginning of week 11, I decided that we're going to shuffle things around, and in an effort to make it a little easier for everybody in the course, week number 11 will be a preparation week of your exploration projects. So once again, I'll explain this in a little bit of detail. So there's a couple of things that I would like you to do. The first one is, please do so as soon as possible. Here's a link to a doodle poll. Now, as you can't see that this is highlighted, but this is in blue. It's a doodle poll. Go to that, and you have 3 different options to present in week number 12, 13, or 14. Now, even though it's possible to enter 4 responses, or you're going to get one response, so you can choose one of the dates, and you can choose one of the dates, but only 4 people per week can present. Now, I really would like everybody to have 4, I'd like us to have as a class 4 presentations in week number 12, 4 in 13, and 2 in 14. And the reason for that is I really would like that last week of class to be somewhat light on the material so everybody can get going and writing their learning autobiographies. So once again, I prefer we have 4 in week 12, 4 in week 13, and 2 in week 14. Okay, an overview of week number 9. Have a first of all, you have to read the chapter. There's something on Perry's scheme of intellectual development. This is an excellent video. It's about 21 minutes. So, you know, if you can, I think it would be well worthwhile to take a look at it. I did want to put in here a couple of things. The remaining assignments with the exploration project, annotated bib, learning autobiography, learning organizer, due on the 8th, November 8th, and then the materials and class presentation, which is 70 points. That's in weeks number 12, 13, and 14. And then at the end of the class, we have the learning organizer, the learning autobiography. This date originally was December 13th as the assignment due date. I pushed it back to give those that are presenting in week number 14 a little extra time. So I mentioned next week, and I will have some more detail. I will have a video on the annotated bib and learning organizer. Specifically, these are the things I'd like you to do. We have 1 discussion question. You can take a look at that. That's in the usual place. Week number 10, we're going to be looking at learning styles and some ideas around aging and intelligence. So the materials. Here's the materials in a pretty concise form. Learning objectives for the week. And I do want to click on this class revised class schedule. I want to take also a look at, if you click on week 9 materials, you're going to get to these informations, just some extra materials, and our discussion question for the week. If you have any problems with this material, you can't see them, there's something wrong with how they were loaded, please let me know right away so I can fix them. I've checked and double-checked everything, and so far, so good. They look good. Okay, so I'm going to go back here, take a look at the revised class schedule. I'm going to click on that. Bear with me. Okay, so here's the revised class schedule for the remainder of our class. As you can see, we're in week number 9. Week number 10, we're going into learning styles. Now, week number 11, I had some other materials in here that I was going to cover, and I'm going to mention them, I think, in next week. But in week 11, which is the week before the first group of student presentations, there is no formal classwork. So this entire week, I plugged in there so you would have time to get ready to present your exploration projects. Depending upon how you look at this, we have this week where there's no materials or no new materials being presented, and then the following week, oh, excuse me, I'm out of sync here. Okay, so week 11 we have that. Week number 12 we're going to have the first 4. Week number 13 and 14 we also have student presentations. In this week, Thanksgiving week, we have no classwork schedule. So for those that are coming up with their presentations here, you'll have some extra time there. But I'm giving you ample time to work on your exploration projects. What I've received some feedback in the past is that it feels too rushed and there's not enough time to develop the materials. That's really what I'm trying to do in this semester and with this class, to create some additional materials. The last week of class, we're going to have 2 student exploration project presentations, and then in addition to that, there's no more materials, no new materials, more time to develop your learning autobiographies. As I previously mentioned, the due date was originally December 13th. I pushed it back a few days to give some people some additional time. So that is really it for week. That's the revised schedule. Once again, we're in week number 9. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know right away. I'm happy to help. And hope you have a good week. We'll see you online.